BTV, the one and only Gary Antoine Russell. How you doing?
Man, I can't complain, man. First and foremost, man, I want to give a big shout out to Will Connection. You know,
Yeah,
a shout out to my
shit, for sure. And we ran into each other a few times. It's been down at the Live, down in Maryland, DC, New York. Yeah, a few times. You know what I mean? So it ain't about nothing. But I mean, like you said, we ain't got too long. We gotta respect your man hours and what you got going on. But it's a question I ask everybody: why boxing? And what I mean is, I know that you came up in the game, but what kept you in it for you?
honestly just the love.
Hmm.
They been doing it since we all been yay high.
Hmm.
And just to see them just go out of town, come back with these massive size trophies, doing back the platinum gloves. They don't even have the platinum gloves no more. But
Right,
when
I
it was the
remember.
platinum gloves and stuff like that, they used to do outstanding trophies award, outstanding fighters award and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So out of some odd hundred or probably even thousand. The best one of them all, they gave him an outstanding trophy.
right.
So getting this tall, monumental size trophy was kind of like the pinnacle of amateur boxing during that time. That means you outclassed, man, and your showmanship was just much above everybody that was there. So
Right.
when they started coming home, like 4 days, 5 days later, they come back with trophies. I said, "Oh yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that." And they, at the time, it was getting like custom made uniforms and stuff like that. It was looking sweet.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
family was happy. And I got a winning spirit anyway. So it was like, I want to go out there and do my thing like y'all.
yeah,
Then I started knowing the ins and outs about it, the whole stand founded and stuff like that. How you gotta have your priorities right. Just basically just locked into the sport so you can know the ins and outs about it.
yeah,
The whole discipline factor of it. Did that, got through that. Once that was a thing, we all started going out there together.
yeah.
I said, "Oh yeah, we unstoppable. We
I was
unstoppable."
I was getting ready to speak on that, man. The Russells is you got to be fair. In American boxing, the Russells are royalty. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That's
for sure.
that's no bullshit. Because I never seen besides I'm gonna say the islands, Rocket Tiger, and all of them, where you got a group of brothers, and everybody going to the nationals, and if they all don't win, at least more than half of them win coming back with the gold.
Right,
That's
right,
crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
crazy. And a lot of people don't go back that far. They don't, they try to go off of what they see now and what they hear other people say. But you gotta understand what that take, you know what I mean, to just get one fighter in there. But then you get three or four. Like that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
From the
how it
same house.
yeah.
From the same house though.
so
That's crazy.
so how that feel though to be a part of something like that?
I mean, definitely it's monumental. You know what I mean? Because you're setting the stage, you're setting the standard to a stage that honestly is really hard to get to.
Mm,
So you setting the bar high for one. There's not no mediocre bar setting. Like not everybody can do this. If you know, you know. This sport ain't for everybody.
yeah.
When it comes to just in-house training, just in-home stuff, homegrown shit, you got a lot of fighters that go from gym to gym, coach to coach. All of our stuff been from our father. When you got
Mm,
international training and stuff like that, my father used to always tell us, "Man, I don't give a damn if you go international and you train with this person and these coaches trying to tell you this. Ain't shit broke. If it ain't broke, don't fix it." You
mm,
know what I mean? And he used to say, ass whoopings are universal. So in other words, I don't give a fuck if he's German, Chinese,
yeah.
a Chinaman, if he's Russian, Cuban,
Yeah.
all of them get their ass whooped. Ass
Yeah.
whooping is universal. And don't
No
slip off
bullshit.
the game because you can get your ass whooped. They
Right,
one of
right,
these youngers out here playing. They hungry just like you. You
right.
know what I mean? So he always used to tell us that. So when we went out of town, a lot of times, and they was kind of like discriminating against us, and they didn't want my father to be in our corner. My father would be on the outside. He ain't have to work the corner. We always heard his voice. You know what I
Mm,
mean? We were still listening and following instructions from afar,
mm-hmm.
and coming out victorious.
Yeah,
So a lot of people would ask me how I feel. We made record. We made a record, world record, because it's never been four brothers to win a national Golden Glove champion.
that's what I'm saying.
It's been three. It's been three European brothers, and they held the record over like 90 plus years.
Mm,
And then we came and we broke the record. It's four brothers: me, Gary Antonio, Gary Allen, and Gary Jr.
yeah.
You know,
And
so once we did that,
people,
we was like, man, honestly, that was actually something that we believe we supposed to done anyway.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
once you like fully submerged in any profession, I feel like the ultimate goal is for you to be the best at it.
yeah.
So when we training to perfect our craft,
Hmm.
not just to the best of our ability. Even if we see one little hiccup, oh, we gotta fix that.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
gotta fix that. So we be in a gym and it be outside, like fan friendly people coming in watching the spot sometimes. And they be like, God damn, man, shit, man. But they'll see my father like, man, what the fuck is you doing, man? You stupid man, get out the ring. Get out the ring. He'd tape our hand up to our head, or one hand on our hip, whatever, or on the stomach, and now he
yeah,
just got us working one hand. This dude throwing scuds, and he got us working defense and doing everything in the book to
yeah,
make us listen. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I mean, pressure make diamonds and bust pipes. You know what I mean? So a lot of the stuff that my father was putting on us as far as pressure, it made diamonds out of us. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful for his teaching, even though some of it was unorthodox. It works.
yeah,
It
yeah.
works. He got results. He got great results. It shows. My oldest brother, he held the WBC title for the longest time period in history.
Hmm.
And nobody never held it, defended it that many times, and was still on top. Now me, I'm a
Hmm.
world champion, same household, and it's funny because we always talk about the royaltiness that melanated people possess naturally,
Mm,
but how we live it. We not only just speak it, we live it too. And it shows that the dynasty that we've been creating,
yeah,
the information that passed down. My brother, he done got me through this fight. The title
yeah,
that I got now,
yeah,
my father was in my corner, my brothers was in my corner.
yeah,
So the information trickled down to my brothers. And they was able to make sure that they got through to me to
yeah,
execute what need to be executed so I can be world champion. And like I said, I'm grateful for it.
yeah. And again, you don't see that. You don't see it get passed down. It's hard. People don't understand. First of all, the man hours it take to be a fighter, and then to later on not only just coach but coach your brother, and then not only just coach your brother, but in a championship fight. You know what I'm
You
saying?
hear me?
And yeah, that was major. That was major. And
It is.
and I was listening, and I was listening at night. Instructions was on point. I like what I was hearing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Because I now see now we got to backtrack. I
Talk to
ain't,
me.
I ain't want to talk about it, but come on, I'm a whole man. I'm
Yeah.
not one of those fighters that take a loss and they can't bounce back. That's just not how we was brought up. There's been times we had every dog has their day in the gym. It
Real
wasn't
quick, real quick. Let's be fair though. Do you really, really feel like you lost that fight?
fuck no.
Cause now listen, I'm gonna keep it real. I had you up, I think after 7, probably 6-1 after 7.
Thank you,
So so
thank
so
you.
so I'm saying, no, this not no listen. I don't bullshit about boxing. I ain't doing that because you on here. I'm saying to myself after the 7 rounds, I said, all right, Puello might have won. That leave us 5 rounds left after 7. So Puello might have won two, maybe two more of those, maybe. So I'm saying, well, what the hell was they looking at? You know what I'm saying? I get that we didn't see the Antoine Russell that we used to seeing entirely, but I didn't think you lost that fight.
Hey, and that's what it really was for real, for real. I call it the Mike Tyson effect.
Mhm.
Let one of these lazy, lousy ass fighters last all 12 rounds with Mike Tyson. Everybody go like, the fuck did he? Oh, he can fight. He can
Mm-hmm.
really fight. He last 12 rounds. No, he's some ass.
Mm,
Still,
mm.
he just ran good enough and he survived. That's why he lasted. Other
Yeah.
than that, like you said, with 5 rounds left, probably 2 rounds that I could cleanly say, I give you that because
Mm-hmm.
I took off entirely too much. But
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the rounds, it was too much of a thinking man's fight at that point. Like you
Mm.
wasn't landing shit, I wasn't landing anything efficient. I was probably touching downstairs, but it wasn't truly efficient. I wasn't punctuating what I needed to do. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't punctual. So with that being the case, it's like you didn't win that round. If anything, I give it like a draw. Like I can't even say 10-8.
Yeah.
Can't even say 10-8, but I don't give you that round.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, to the naked eye, I mean, hey, my father used to tell us if a motherfucker feel comfortable enough to say, I can toss it up, you shouldn't even want to take that shit because
Mm.
you're supposed to be watching these dudes. They not
Mm-hmm.
on your level.
Mm-hmm. So it brings me to my next question. Rio Venezuela next in the championship fight. What was the difference in camps and what was the difference that night from the Puyo fight to the Rio Venezuela fight? Mm. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
We don't want to mention this is show business. You got a show side, you got the business side. Go
Mhm.
ahead and show them a little bit something different.
Mm.
But it was a time in the fight. I'm feeling like we both gonna be respectful to one another because my mouthpiece fell out. And we both looked at my mouthpiece fall out. I looked at it, he looked at it, I looked at him, and I'm like, man, you gonna back up, motherfucker? And he ain't back up. So I was about to look at the referee, but protect yourself at all times. So I really couldn't get mad at him. But I was mad at the fact that I'm thinking all right, come on, let's be legitimate. I can't get too mad. We already fighting. I look down at the mouthpiece, I step back, relax, he's punching me. Pop.
Mm.
If you go back and look at that fight, soon as that happened, I just locked my hands and started walking.
Right.
I started walking, I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. Let's
Right.
get it. My.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Yeah.
starting to like unload for real, for real.
Yeah.
And then you hear my brother like, look, reset. Don't run downhill. What we mean by run downhill, our terminology of that is like if you're a big guy or just any person, you running down a steep hill,
Yeah.
after a while, your momentum it make you go faster than what you're trying to go.
And you might trip
You
over
know what
your
I mean?
feet.
And you can't
Yeah.
and you can't catch yourself. So
Yeah.
he like, look, don't run downhill. Don't be moving too fast for yourself. Look, slow down, really back to the
Yeah.
game plan. Put your stick back on his ass. Put your stick back on him. Feints. A little head movement here. Just keep him busy, keep him tame.
Yeah.
I had to keep him honest with a good jab. That's why I kept this stick on him. But that was the only difference as far as the camp. The camp was good with Alberto Pollo. The only
Mhm.
difference was with Alberto Pollo, I deviated. I felt like I was up already. And then I had a little side conversation with some people who I value their opinion. I don't
Mhm.
want to disclose their name, but just know I value their opinion. You
For
know what I mean?
sure.
They was just trying to compare me to Sean Porter. And I'm like, Sean
Mm.
Porter. I'm
Mm.
way more skilled than Sean Porter.
A
Like
lot
Sean Porter,
smoother.
he real live put a football helmet on and shoulder pads. And he just like, he lunging in like, nah, I got more skill than him. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, I can show you better than I can tell you. So I put the rounds in the bank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come round 7, and they took a point away from him. Like so, come round 7, I'm like, all right, I put those in the bank.
Yeah.
I ain't really tripping. I can try to like jolly.
Yeah. Yeah. Did yeah. Now, even though your brother talked to you about being more disciplined in the Rio fight, did you still have that little chip on your shoulder though about the fight before?
You lose. I I'm talking shit to Sandor Martin. Sandor Martin come over to me. Hey champ, uh what advice you got for me? I know you fought him, but if you can tell me anything that's helpful, let me know. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if you win or lose, neither one of y'all, because I'm gonna see both of y'all
Right,
eventually. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So he
Yes, sir.
he gave me a little pout and put his head down. I felt bad a little bit because I wasn't showing no sportsmanship. But at the
Right.
same time, I'm like, nah, fuck that. He got to see me again anyway. That's why I
Yeah,
really don't care about you coming to me asking. And you're in my division.
yeah,
You're in my division. You a potential opponent. What you coming to me asking me questions for?
yeah.
That's crazy.
We definitely ain't homies.
Yeah, exactly. Like outside of this, we can pound it. We probably gonna grab something to eat, but come
Yeah.
on, man, stop what you're doing. Don't come over here trying to play possum and shit. Cause let
Do
you
you?
win. I want to chop and block for you.
Right. That's true. Absolutely true. Do you think that's a major problem in boxing now? A lot of guys is they best friends or they homies and they shit. It's too much. You think so?
Nah. I mean, come on, man. Got to be a good guy. Got to be a bad guy. I just say pick your poison. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Me, I'm
Okay.
gonna just be a realist. I'm gonna be a realist because I did come back and say, look, man, fight your fight. He's slow. He rangy,
Right.
but he got problems when people come at him with numbers,
Yeah.
threes and fours. That's
Yeah.
it. And be slick. A lot of head movement. And he did. He did
Yeah.
that. A
He
lot of
did
head
great.
movement, slip, was touching too. He
Yeah.
started getting comfortable. But our brother Poyo still got the nod. And I said, you know what? I don't care. Even if he lose, I don't care if he's not champion no more. You gotta see me. I just
Yeah.
want to whoop your ass.
Yeah. I need
That's
that
it,
back.
because you got to win over me. You know how much I heard the conversation or question asked, hey, how does it feel you being defeated? Your O was sucking from. I'm like, bruh, you worried about it? Oh, I'm over here trying to get y'all a show. That's it. I
Yeah.
want to perfect what I got to perfect. Of course, I'm going to be champion
Yeah.
because that's the ultimate. I want to wipe out my division. But at the end of the day, let me take an L. I'm not going to be well, I'm going to be sobbing, but that's not going to have me down and out like, I don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I really highly doubt there's anybody out here in the industry that can be like, just straight up beat my ass. Not
I
going
got
to happen.
I got a question. After after what you did to Rio, did you feel like you unlocked another level in your career or your style?
I mean, unlocked another level of my career, yeah, because
Hmm.
I'm champion. Now there's a lot of people that's coming for the championship, and I got the access and the leverage to even with damn, I got the leverage to even fight somebody with a title, like do a title. Help me out, help me
You
out.
you basically saying take a contender or put some pressure on somebody. You just got leverage.
I got leverage, not only just a contender, but now we can
A
damn,
big
help
money
me out,
fight.
help me out, help me out. My belt versus your belt. Shit,
Yeah,
what's the term?
you saying big
What's the
money fight.
term?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, 140 pounds. Who the best?
Come on now, come
talk,
on now. What the fuck type question you asking?
so
Uh, I
you know,
am I taking me out of the equation, or you just
no, no.
said,
I wanna hear why you the best at 140.
all right? So you already know you asking these rhetorical ass questions.
Hey,
Look, all right,
you gotta remember.
why I'm the best? Why I'm the best? Because I feel like the fighters in 140 they already done shown their full arsenal.
Mm,
Y'all have
mm,
yet to see my full arsenal. That's what I'm saying.
mm,
That's what I'm saying. Y'all
mm-hmm,
have yet to see my full arsenal. I just showed y'all a different angle. I take out of my tool bag what's necessary to take out of my tool bag to get the job done.
mm-hmm,
That's it.
mm-hmm.
That's it. All of this trick shots behind the back and punching. Like, come on, I'm not about to do all that goofy ass shit. I could,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
just for the crowd. and honestly, let you miss you looking goofy.
Yeah.
I feel like a clean professional ass whooping would look just as good as one of these circus acts that these dudes be putting on and still winning with.
I tell people all the time, I said, listen, this is the hurt business. People come to see people get hurt. They don't really care about all the cool shit. It's cool,
Exactly.
but they want to see somebody get hurt.
Hurt. They want to see somebody get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm on. And that's what I'm on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, I wanna hurt you, but make it look sharp, like that class A shit. Like I don't want nothing underneath for an A. A
Yeah.
lot of people be looking at us fight. Oh man, you look real good, champ. Thank you, man. I give myself a C plus. A
Yeah.
C plus. Why?
Yeah.
Because I mean, look what this dude brought to the table. Yeah, he was a top contender, but go look at his career. Look what he brought to the table. I feel like I should have washed his ass. I should have made it look way worse, way better.
Yeah. Hey, hey, we talked before this. I know you got some work to do. We at 21 minutes. How you feeling? Oh shit, it froze up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GHB TV. Right now, we talking to Gary Antuanne Russell, 140-pound IBF champion of the world. I mean, you ain't gotta like it, but go ahead and show love since you're here. You know, we got 182 people in here, 61 likes. Something ain't right. My man camera froze up, but it's cool. We got some good content. Hopefully, we can get him back. You know, get this thing rolling. But we here. You know what I mean? Gotta like it. Gotta love it. What's going on? Got time to be. I'm sorry about the I'm sorry about the I seen a couple of super chats in there. Shout out to Greg. Been rooting for you. Gary, I thought you won against Puyo. You did look rusty though. Unification next. I agree with that. Omic original, Gary beating everyone at 140. I agree with that. I like where his head is at. I like this interview was heating up. You know what I'm saying? I like what I was hearing. You know what I'm saying? It was reminding me of an old school fighter. You know what I mean? We ain't get all the way in like we was supposed to, but at the same time, he did say before we started the interview that he had some work to do. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna step on his toes with that. You know what I mean? But we here though. GHB TV. Let me know something. How y'all feeling? Tap the like so the shit won't freeze. Gotta hit that like button, man. I mean, listen, we was getting into it. We was getting my man was breaking some shit down too. I like what I was hearing from me. Um, I said, I like where his head at. That remind me of old school fighters. Southpaw, what's up? My grandson Southpaw just pulled up. What's up with you, youngin? How you feeling? 2 cents, you ain't had to smoke him, but you did. Ah, it is what it is. That's my grandson, man. I'm proud of him. He made something of himself. Yeah, we was getting ready to start smoking. That was a good joint for sure. You know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta put him in timeout. Yeah. I appreciate the love. I really do, man. He said Africa wouldn't dare fight Gary. That's what's crazy. We was cooking towards all of that. We was getting in the kitchen. You know what I mean? We was getting in the kitchen. We was figuring everything out. We was just getting the ingredients together. It was get ready to go there for sure. But if we can't get it back tonight, you know what I mean, we'll pull it on another night, put it and put some work in. But we definitely was cooking. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody that tapped in, man. Appreciate everybody was shooting questions, the donations. I appreciate it all. Mira Tyler, who we fighting? Who Mira Tyler got next? Yeah, we was getting ready to start our shit. Yeah, that's cool. Phone said his phone went dead or something like that, but it's cool. We, you know what I mean? We rocking. We on GHB TV. How y'all feeling? If we can't, if we can't get Gary Antoine back on here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back on the streamy and we're gonna get real streamy. You know what I mean? Naj, what up? Scary Hours, what up? Candy, what's up, Candy? What's going on, OJ? We was just tapping in, man. We was just warming up. We was in the back shadow boxing. You know what I mean? We was getting ready to step out the gate. Good job. Y'all want me to do the streamy? I do the streamy. Tevin Farmer, Floyd Schofield. I like it. And you win. Cardenas was a great fight. They was getting it on. Cardenas was getting ahead of himself a little bit with, going crazy with the hooks, but great fight overall. I gotta check out Abdel. What's his name? Abdulayev. Abelif. What's his name? Yeah, we was cooking. A 2 cents. We start putting that shit together. You hear me? You know what I mean? But if I can't get him back tonight, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? We jump on StreamYard. I bring the people in. We'll talk about this past weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's still a lot we ain't unpacked because I ain't get to talk to the people. Me and Bang definitely put something together. You know what I mean? Me and Bang definitely put something together for sure. You in your bag with the content right now. You knew why some interview instant classic broke T.O. down like a Dutch. Yeah, T.O. is weird, man. He's a funny dude, man. He funny, man. I was gonna get to that too. Jamal said plant after cornflake. Yeah, that'll be great. Gee, we need more off the porch energy. Cornflake can box, bro. If he uses skills, hmm. Cornflake can box. Cornflake do got good height on him. You know what I'm saying? Good size. So I mean, you never know. But we don't know what Jamal looking like at all. We know what he sound like. We know what he acting like, but we don't know what he look like in the ring. So that's gonna be interesting to see too. You feel me? Mike Jones said he getting clipped. Shout out to Yonkers, man. Why yo? What up? I know what it is. Mm. I'm all gonna get busy. Yeah, it's cool. I mean, that should be a good little drawing. I don't know. Cornflake doesn't, I ain't gonna lie. Cornflake, I respect Cornflake, man. I know what he could do. I seen what he been through. I just want Cornflake to believe in himself. If Cornflake going in there believing in himself, then we get way better fight than we think. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say that. If Cornflake going there and believe in his skills, then we get way better fight than we think. You know what I mean? But if he going there and looking at Jamal like he King Kong, man. He's showing a Russell at 40. That's a war. I think that would be a war. That's what I'm calling. I'm calling a war on that one. Yeah, May 10th, we here. Greg Hackett boxing. For sure. Mm. I think I'm gonna go ahead, y'all. I'm gonna end this live right now. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. We didn't get to go all the way through like we wanted to, but that's fine. We got some good content. We still got some good stuff. Um, I appreciate Gary Antoine for jumping on. I appreciate my man Nook for hooking it up. Um, you know, I appreciate y'all, man. Again, without y'all, it ain't no show. So it is what it is. You don't gotta like it, but I'm gonna need you to show some love. That's cool, bro. I appreciate you, Nook. That's cool. Yeah, we definitely rain check that joint. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start it over, and we gonna come back with the stream yard. I'm gonna bring the squad in. We're gonna talk boxing. So if y'all ready, I'll be right back. Appreciate y'all.